collaboration of SYNTHICIDE with SYNTHICIDE. So thank you all for coming today. We have 4 speakers. Si Sai and Sean from Manila Community Radio will be presenting us as they will be. So 98B is an artist-run space founded in 2012. We have several programs which are in essence very collaborative in nature. And in this event, this is part of the SOMASEC program, so an in-house art project doing research on media and sensory faculties. So we've had sound art before, and in the past video works also. So in the future, we'll be experimenting with tactile, olfactory, and gustatory stuff. So today, we're introducing also SYNTHICIDE. This is part of their program called SYNTHONYMS. So they aim to reintroduce themselves as the synthesis group which activated their programs once the pandemic's boundaries were slowly mas free na. So presenting here Nono, the founder and manager of
Sorry, hindi ko na siya na-memorize. I just prepared this while on my way here. So, welcome to Community Sing 2023. I'm Nono, the main driver of SYNTHICIDE. Okay. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank everyone, my COLLABoratory, my Angel, the SYNTHICIDE team, Inel and Kiel. Especially the speakers who share their time today, who share they will impart their experience and stories. So thank you for taking time to join us today, and also the audience for taking time to attend this event also. To put simply, SYNTHICIDE is a concept project. We strive to be a platform for musicians, electronic musicians, makers, DIYers, and hopefully establish some legitimacy in the art community. So it's a dream. We also hope to establish links between older electronic movements, present electronic movements, also today, and hopefully to establish a continuity between past and present, and also looking forward. So meron tayong future vision dito sa SYNTHICIDE. Okay. Aside from that, so yung linking between past and present to the future, yun yung object ng sync. So community sync ng SYNTHICIDE. This is our 3rd community sync. So we did 2 of these last year. Okay, somewhere in Quezon City. So this is the 3rd one. And hopefully we will be doing this more in the coming years, in the coming months. Okay? Also, this is in cooperation, like Frankie said earlier, this is a cooperation between SYNC, so SYNTHICIDE, SYNC, and 98B SOMASEC. Okay, I give the mic back. Thank you, Colette, and I give the mic back to Frankie.
So for this specific talk, the artists will be talking about their practice, how they interact with their communities, how essential they are in interacting with the medium and art in general. So without further ado, we're welcoming Mr. Datu Arellano.
to our emergency.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, hello. Kailangan mic. Record. Okay.
Hello, hello.
Tuloy lang kayo. So I'm Datu. And I'm here to talk about my pet project. The thing that I am working on right now and something that I am proud of to talk about. This is the wonderful. And so ikikwento ko sa inyo yung tungkol sa Wonderful. But before that, so I'm Datu Arellano, and it's already 2023 and still I don't know what to call myself. But I am an exhibiting visual artist. Occasionally I make music for theater and film. And I'm also a maker. I build digital instruments like the Wonderful. I'm also a member, an active member of the ANIMA Shadow Play Collective since 1997. And through ANIMA, I've been teaching workshops, art workshops, for example, shadow play art, ganyan. For, I don't know, siguro mga 20 years na rin. So I just counted kanina umaga and okay. So that's nice, 20 years. Also, I used to teach web development, so mainly front-end programming dito sa Philippine Center for Creative Imaging and a digital arts training center dito sa Makati. I started there in 2005 and then I decided to quit in 2015 and para makapag full-time ulit sa art. And then I fell down the rabbit hole of instrument making in 2016. I started my R&D and began to teach myself programming and electronics in 2016. And then I took it seriously in 2018. And then since then, there's no going outside the hole anymore. I'm into it, and it's really great. So these instruments are part of my other project I call Tahigami. But I'm not here to talk about Tahigami, I'm here to talk about the Wonderful, which began in 2019. So in 2019, I had an opportunity to collaborate with Malek Lopez. If you know him, he is a composer, electronic musician, and also a producer. In this project, na si Erwin Romulo ang producer, supported by Create Philippines and the Manila International Performing Arts Market, we collaborated on creating an instrument. So the PEC was, well, first of all, they invited 3 groups of 2. And each team merong builder or maker and then another musician. So I was the maker and Malek was the musician. And so we were asked to develop a newly invented musical instrument. So it was like, think about the future, like 10, 20 years from now, what would musical instruments look like? Parang ganyan yung kanilang instruction. And we got to thinking, and then Malek was the one who said, how about we make something like a rain stick thing and then ganyan? And then immediately he said, yes, digital rain stick. And so we have other references and inspirations. One of them is actually Tad Ermitaño's Tungkod. Will you be showing them later? Maybe just mention it later. So it's like a whole thing instrument na electroacoustic, yes. So we created the Wonderful, or we conceptualized the Wonderful. And then from there, I took over and designed and built it. So here's my wala ulit yung sound natin.
Disable it, sorry.
So that's Malek testing the proof of concept pa lang. And if you notice, that whole thing is a curtain rod, ninakaw ko lang sa bahay namin to create the initial prototype. And then the idea was to make sure na gumagana yung that vertical, I'll explain this later, ribbon and then yung accelerometer. Here is Erwin Romulo testing version 1 of the instrument. Right? So we had like 2 or 3 months to come up with an instrument. And then it wasn't neither Malek nor I were the first people to actually use the Wonderful and perform with it live. it was this guy, Joseph Hernandez, a classical cellist. So part of the project was merong bagong musical composition by Alexander Villanueva, and then incorporated yung tatlong newly invented musical instruments. One of them was wonderful. Binigay kay Joseph Hernandez, cellist, kasi baka. So this is the rehearsal. Right? And then a month later, I was able to perform with it during the festival closing concert of Osaka, October 2019. And I made some adjustments and improvements to the instrument. So you can see here na totally wireless na siya. Wala na yung parang wand na ginagamit up and down like that. So it now responds to my touch. And then being totally wireless, I wasn't tied anymore to like a nap or something. I could move freely, and it was such a nice experience. So now I will maybe say it again na yung wonderful along and comes with it then yung performative aspect of playing an instrument. Okay? So, sadly, October 2019 yun. So, October, tas dumaan November, December, January, February, and you know what happened? March, boom, lockdown. No more gigs. Ayan na, lahat tayo nasa bahay lang. So, na-shelf. And literally, na-shelf talaga. Nandun lang siya sa isang tabi, gathering dust. For a whole year. Walang nangyari, so wonderful. Towards the first year or end of the first year ng COVID, I decided to tinker with it again. Unfortunately, I did something stupid and I broke it. At nasunog ko yung board. Over voltage siguro. Oh no! So, okay, but it's a shelf for another year or more. Wala nangyari. But this year, actually, last year, I got an invitation from Sydney, the Art Gallery of New South Wales. They wanted me to join their first sound and music and vision festival that they would call Volume. This happened just last month. So I had a whole year to think about what to do here in Volume. And instead of pitching Tahigami, and in the first place I was invited because of my work with Tahigami, I decided, no, I want to resurrect the wonderful. And that's what I did. And ito na yung version 2. Mas highly evolved na siya. And it can do more sounds and other things. More demo. But aside from that, actually, they commissioned me, they commissioned me to design and conduct a workshop. And sabi ko, perfectly wonderful. Because, my Tahigami stuff is too complicated and too personal. I couldn't think of anything. Wonderful was the ticket. And so, the Wonderful Ensemble Workshop was born. So, nangyari siya a month ago sa Art Gallery of New South Wales. Actually, I would like to introduce to you a special person. This is Pascal Berry, former head of learning and participation sa Art Gallery in New South Wales. He and his team were responsible for making this happen. So yeah, it happened, and it was a very fun time. It was a 5-day workshop na tatlong groups, tapos each day is just 2.5 hours. So very, very quick siya. Super fun. And each participant got to create their own wonderful mini. So for ito kasi hindi kang workshop, masyadong malaki, masyadong mahal, masyadong komplikado. And so I had to, during that 1 year of development, I decided to redesign or create a baby version of the Wonderful that's specifically tailored for the workshop context. And also playing with others. Kasi ito, now I'm beginning to call this the Wonderful Soloists, the big one. And this one is the Wonderful Ensemble. They're very simple, but the vision is to create like 100 or more Wonderfuls, and then together we make a massive wall of sound with that many Wonderfuls. So that was the idea. Now, this is a workshop. Although we did not meet the targeted number of participants, 60, very ambitious, but yeah, but still, we're very happy na even though the crowd was small, the quality of the workshop was really good, and the interaction with these very nice people is so good. I want to do it again and again and again and again. Not only internationally, gusto ko rin siyang gawin dito sa Pilipinas. So here's my favorite student. So ito yung, I don't know, we opened it to all ages kasi. And so we had like a 4-year-old kid come in, no? Ito yung wonderful, cute. And yung classmate niya is a 40-year-old guy. So can you imagine the age gap? And I don't know how I did it, but I was able to pull it off na pareho naman silang happy. Of course, the kid came with his mom, Filipino-Australian yung mom niya. And sa workshop din kasi I encourage the participants to hack their own Wonderfuls, decorate them, deck it out, etc. And so this little boy brought marbles and bells, sinaksak niya sa loob. So pag sinishake niya, merong extra acoustic sound. Yun. And then there's this other guy na nilagyan niya ng built-in speakers yung sa kanya. So very portable and wonderful, so on and so forth. One of my students happens to be a content creator, as in TikToker and Instagrammer siya. Tapos during class, dinocument niya lahat, yung buong proseso. And now she has, if you want to find the best documentation, siya yung pupuntahan. Not even the art gallery. No. So siya, and last day, mukhang same day edit. Tapos the following morning, boom, nandun na na-upload na niya yung video. And I want to share it with you, yung video niya.
This is The Wonderful, created by Filipino artists Datu Arellano and Malik Lopez. Check out my week with Datu at the Art Gallery New South Wales, learning to make The Wonderful.
There's no software involved. There is, yeah. So I'll mention it.
Our workshop ended with a concert in the Spirit Room. It was a really nourishing week learning about the wonderful with Datu. If you ever get a chance, I highly recommend it.
O diba? Very, very TikTok. Kat was asking kung merong soldering involved. I tried to create a workshop, electronics workshop na zero soldering, sana. Because that's also nice. Pero hindi maiwasan, meron din talagang points na kailangan solder. Besides, sa workshop, you have the option of building it from scratch, meaning you use the unassembled kit and solder it yourself, or pre-built. So nakita natin, ito mga to pre-built lang sila. And that makes the workshop a lot faster. I'll show a list of the workshop vision, ideas, features, whatever. Ay, ito pala yun. So anyway, so the Wonderful Ensemble workshop, the Wonderful Ensemble, siya mismo, is an open source project. It's open source and open hardware, meaning the code is there published. It's actually online now on GitHub. Not only the source code, but also the plans for the PCB, the circuit board, so that you can have, you can have it manufactured yourself, complete with build instructions and so on. Okay, so that's the idea. And it's kit-based, and so it's relatively easy to assemble, and then you can customize it. Being open source, you can have the code and then create your own sounds, so on. So I tried my best to lower down the cost. So the Mama, we call this the Mama Pole, Mama Wonderful. Masyado siyang mahal talaga because of the components that I used. So I was able to bring down the cost para, and then yun, kunyari, kung local, mas madali locally gawin yung workshop kasi Shopee lang. Lahat, alam naman natin, di ba? Alam niyo ba, kung napansin niyo, yung mga Wonderfuls nila, kulay blue yung, kasi walang black masking tape dun sa Australia. Hindi naman walang Shopee, di ba? So, swerte pala tayo dito. We have access to so many materials because of China, no? Galing. Yeah, true. So, yeah. Materials are easy to source. I'm not kidding, lahat sa Shopee naman. Hindi naman lahat sa Shopee. Pero online. And I want it to be open, inclusive, and appropriate for all ages and skill levels. So yung nakita natin yung 4 years old sa 14 years old. I just can't imagine kung 10 4 years old ang nandun. Kaya ibang usapan yun. I make it such that the content, the structure, is flexible. And so pwede siya for total beginners, or pwede rin siya for, people who already have some experience with electronics and programming. And then tinuturo niya, electronics, programming, music, sound design, synthesis, pero may kasamang performance. And that would be musical, performing music, but also dance and movement and theater. It fosters creativity, collaboration, community, and encourages play and exploration. Ang big goal ko talaga is to push the Wonderful Ensemble Workshop to be STEAM-based, or at least STEAM-inspired, maging STEAM learning platform siya. Kung familiar ba tayo sa STEAM? So STEAM was created by educators in response to STEM. Diba, alam natin. Or specifically, yung kakulangan ng STEM. And so the whole idea of STEAM is, arts integration. Yun. And that's my dream, that's my goal, to make the Wonderful, ito yung maging path ng Wonderful Ensemble Project. So not only is it going to teach you electronics, programming, the science of sound, math, arithmetic, logic, algebra, ganyan. Pero, saksakan naman natin ng music and sound art and visual art and design and dance, movement and theater, the arts, diba? And that creates a more meaningful package for me at least. So ginagawa ko ngayon basically. I dream of creating a community of Wonderfolders. Hindi ko pa alam kung anong tatawag sa kanila. Baka may ideas kayo. Pero diba, like, just the other day, targeting 100 Wonderfuls in the Philippines. Okay? And when we reach 100, let's get together and then perform that wall of sound. How cool would that be? So yun ang iniisip ko ngayon. There's so much work pa to be done, pero ready-made workshop pwede na siyang i-offer. I'm working on, ito yung problema ng mga programmers and makers. No? Yeah, you can publish your code, call it open source, but without proper documentation, it's not a proper open source project. So, ang daming technical writing ang kailangan gawin, but it's already up there. The code is on GitHub, meron siyang wiki, the build instructions are already slowly forming, and so on. Yeah, so now, i-demonstrate ko yung wonderful Mini, the baby one. So yung main, actually ito muna. The main, what makes a wonderful, two key ingredient, components. You see this is the ribbon controller. So the ribbon controller fingers, but these days I wear this is a mobile gaming glove na meron siyang tip na conductive, mas conductive pa sa fingers ko. I have a problem with my hand. Sometimes it's either too dry or too wet, and these are great gloves for it does the job. Okay, so that's the ribbon. And then there's a mode where you just tilt, let's see, you tilt the pole and it tracks the orientation. I can shake it like a shaker. But good. The two main and then everything else is bonus, like meron kayo there's a button here to trigger any sound that I like. There's a microphone, and there's actually a built-in shaker. Raise it, and it can amplify it. May feedback na. So may ring stick siya sa loob. That's the version 2. Dati walang ganyan 2019. And then, the small one. Okay. Ganun din. You have the ribbon. Accelerometer mode. Oh, that's straight line. Oh, siya pa din lang. Good. There you go. So yeah, that's it. That's the wonderful project. Please follow the wonderful project on Instagram. Iiwan ko lang mga bagay dito, itatabi ko. Maybe later, anyone is free to check these out, try, and then baka mamaya mag-jamming. I don't know. Let's see. All right, thank you very much.